You're listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. News alert, and we always talk about safety of dirt tracks at times. The ASCS race at Paducah on Saturday night has been canceled due to the lack of track safety equipment. As if you want to read more of the story, it's at ASCS, has it on X, Facebook, and their website. So we won't know. Hopefully, we see some come to Knoxville to race on Saturday. We'll now take a look back at results from last weekend. We're going to start with the Marshalltown event. The Marshalltown Speedway had a nice field of cars last Saturday evening, or Friday evening, excuse me. As we'll start with the modifieds. Picking up the win, the 5 of Todd Shute. Second, the 48J of Jacob Murray. Second, the 82, or third, 82 Jake McMurray. Fourth, the 13 of Jerry Flippo. Fifth, the 48K of Colin Hibden. Sixth, the 75 Junior Chaz Baca. Adam Johnson in the 24R was seventh. Eighth, the 72 Colton Osborne. Ninth, the 43S of Scott Simonovich. 10th, the 56 Dustin Canoing. Kevin Sadler, excuse me, was 11th in the 3. 12th was the 3W Garrett Wilson. Jesse Pearson in the 118 was 13th. 14th, Caller Verbridge in the 97 was 14th. 15th, the 8 of Griffin Taylor. 16th, the 9B of Larry Baldwin. 17th was the 16K of Kalen Lopez. 18th, the 10K of Uncle Ron Lorenzen. Tyson Belheis. Belheis in the 2019 was 19th and did not start in 20th, the 75 of Greg Elliott. In the stock cars, your winner was 19 Jimmy Gustin. Second, the 1S of Hunter Smith. Third, the 69 of Jonathan Logue. Fourth, the 00 Johnny Spa. Fifth, the 41 of Thor Anderson. Sixth was the C29 of Garrett Corn. Tommy Fain in the F4 was seventh. Eighth, Blake Lehman in 93L. Ninth, the 93 of Michael Jeanette. 10th, the 10R Todd Reisler. The 8 of Bronson Spa was 11th. 12th, the 19G of Gat Lathrop. 13th, the 21R of Riley Simmons. 14th, the 47 of Sam West. Austin Staley in the 02 was 15th. 16th was Brandon Tharp in the 7. 17th, 94 Steve Meyer. 18th, the 17R Derek Reimer. 19th, the 51X of Dustin Falloon, and did not start 20th was Cole Norman in 96. Sport Mods. Picking up the win was the 01 Brandon Carter. Second, the 2X of Matt Avila. Third, the 15K of Kyle Harwood. Fourth, 29 Colton Lizzie. Fifth, the 28T of Brett Thomas. Sixth was Braden Gustin in the 9B. Seventh, the K3 of Kyle Olson. 8th was Will Walton 7W. 9th, Keaton Rice in 69K. 10th, 57K, Ryan King. 11th, 8T, Tony Johnson. 12th, 13B, Preston Bright. Stephen Feinstad, 21S, was 13th. 14th was Jacob Berry in 82. Braden Farnini in the 7 was 15th. 16th was Braden Shepard in the 43. 17th, the 81 of BJ Charles. 18th, the 99S of Sarah Rose Gary. And 19th, the 8 of Tom Lathrop. In the hobby stocks, only 24 cars made the feature, but there was 36 total entries for the class, so they had to run a B main. We won't give you all 36, we'll just give you the A main. Picking up the A main, the 22K of Kel Cook. Second was the 55X of Corey Vanderwell. Third was the 12K of Eric with the C Knutson. Fourth, the 1K Tom Killen. Fifth, 7S's of Eric Stanton. Sixth, 55 Brett Mosden. Braden Gifford in the 22B was seventh. Eighth, the 5H of Spencer Hopwood. Ninth, the 88H of Kel Helmsley. Nathan Dragon in the 19X was 10th. 11th, 11B of Solomon Bennett. Zach McNeese in the 23 Z was 12th. 13th, 26C of Connor Klubine. 14th was the 10B of Carson Butt. The 10B. 15th, the 81A of Austin Yeager. 16th, the 22G of Graham. Balin Long was in the 00B was 17th. 18th, the 10X of Carter Miles. 19th, the 8 of Brandon Franks. 20th, the Jamie Cody in 56J. 21st was Lucas Smith in the 11L. 22nd to 47, Darren Duarte. And 23rd, the 47X of Raymond Fees. And Jeremy Dooley in the 91D was 24th. In the Mon Lights. Picking up the win was the 9C Riley Klim. Second, Dylan Rafferty in 46. Third, the 48G of Austin Gray. Fourth, the 46Z of Brian Z. Fifth was the 99 of Josh May. Sixth, the 9XL of Colin Anderson. Seventh, the 47 of Corey Saunder. Eighth, the 75 of Justin Rafferty. Tracy Glick in the 5G was ninth. 10th, Kobe Overbrant. In the 0B was 10th. 1144 Garrett Barber. 12th, Grant Anderson in the 2G. 13th, Z50 of Joel Huggins. 14th, William Nobles in the 8 ed. And 15th was Devin Glick in the 7G. And finally, your Sport Compacts. Picking up the win was the 16 Curtis Masterson. Second, the 33K of David Kimmel. Third, the 2K Caitlin Watts. Fourth, the 54J of Jeremy Williams. Fifth, the 3S of Paige Sanders. Sixth, the 22C of Ryan Cheney. Seventh, the M80 of Mark Smith. Drew Stanek in the 16S was 8th. 9th, Nikita Roop in the 17. 10th, Kaden Gosling in 75K. 11th, 13 is Cheyenne Star. Mark McConaughey in the 55 was 12th. Kendra Jeanette in the 10 was 13th. 14th was Chase Masterson in the 16th seed. Whitaker Kraus in 38 was 15th. 16th to 46 of Michael Gardner. Campbell Tesler, the 818 was 17th, and 18th to disqualified the 83 of Mitchell Mudge. So those were the results from the Marshalltown Speedway. Now the CJ Speedway also had Sprinovators added to their card on last Friday evening. We'll go through the other classes first. In the sport mods, picking up the win was the 71J of Justin Schroeder. Second, the 42 Tyler Hackert. Third, the 11X of Cole Vanderwall. Fourth, Justin Hubert in the 7J. Fifth, the 16 of Joel Payne. Seventh, the Colton Zappa on the 1Z. Seventh, the 7 of Colton Lehman. Sheldon Hubert in the 10S was 8th. 9th was the 27 of Mental Stats. The rest did not finish or did not start. 10th, the 70 question mark of Joseph Bear. 11th, the 25 CB of Jim Russell. Austin Lick was 12th in the 9L. 13th, the question mark for you of Kyle Smith was 13th. Then 14th, as it did not start, was the 23H of Alex Hayes. And 15th was Todd Hanson in 27H as it did not start. Stock cars, your winner was Nathan Wood in 52. Second, 62 with Norman Bean. Third, the 21 M of Kirk Hensley. The 56-0 of Austin O'Donnell was fourth. 35 Junior Justin Becker was fifth. Sixth, the 41F of Zane Feldman. Seventh, 18 of Jeff Hollenbach. Eighth did not finish was the 97 of Robert Barnes. And ninth did not finish the 826 of Jesse Anderson. In the modified, your winner was the 22 of Blaze Bryant. Second, 77 Kurt Kyle. Third, the 29 Spencer Dirks. Fourth, the 3S of Adam Shillman. Charlie Moore in the 99 was fifth. Sixth, 71 C of Troy Cordes. Seventh, the 40 of Dakota Simmons. Eighth was Kyle Houston in the 8H. And credited with ninth and did not finish was the 22X of Brandon Banks. Hobby Stocks. Your winner was Dylan Weepy in the 3. Second, 17M of Daniel Waters. Third was Randy Lamar in the 4R. Fourth was the 12 of Austin Stratler. Fifth, the 0 Ryan Hummel. Sixth was Kyler Burmeister in 26. 752B, Nate Braden Wood. Eighth, the 4746 of Garrett Porter. Ninth was the 26X of Shane Barnes. 10th was the 35 of Eric Glass. Credited with 11th and did not finish was Caden Staley in the 5. And credited with 12th and did not start the 42 of Maddox Jones. Now we go to the Sprint Invaders. And as they had 24 cars signed in the pits. Picking up Heat Race 1 was the 3 of Cole Schroeder. Second, 31 McCain Richards. Third, the 81 of Tanner Gebhardt. 4th, the 63 of Jack Thomas. 5th, the 71 Nathan Murders. 6th was the Lincoln Martin in the 9L. 7th was the 88 Riley Scott. And 8th, the 7B of Nick Guernsey. He raced 2 went to the 44 Chris Martin. 2nd, the 7S of Sawyer Phillips. 3rd, the 49 Josh Diamond. 4th, the 1 Taz of Tasker Phillips. 5th, the 5A of Alex Vandervoort. 6th was the 11T of Trey Meredith. 7th was the 11X of Jaden Alexander. And then 8th, the 51J of Ryan Jameson. He raced 3 went to T-Mac Terry McCarl, the 24. 2nd, the 4 of Cam Martin. 3rd, the 40 of Cody Worley. 4th was Tyler Lee in the 7. 5th, the 16 of Dustin Clark. 6th, the 15 Junior of Cole Meitzer. 7th was the 17 of Nate Parks. And 8th was Brett Yeager in the 25Y. In the dash was Terry McCall was your winner. 2nd, Chris Martin. 3rd, Cole Strutter. 4th, Tanner Gebhardt. 5th, McLean Richards. And 6th, Cam Martin. So your main event, your winner was Chris Martin. 2nd, Terry McCarl. 3rd, Cole Strutter. 4th, Tanner Gebhardt. 5th, Cody Worley. 6th, Alex Vandervoort. 7th, Sawyer Phillips. 8th, Josh Snyderman. 9th, Tasker Phillips. 10th, Trey Meredith. 11th was Tyler Lee. 12th, Riley Scott. 13th, Cole Meitzer. 14th, Jaden Alexander. 15th was Lincoln Martin. 16th, Nathan Murders. The rest were did not finishes. 17th was Jack Thomas. 18th, Dustin Clark. 19th, Nick Guernsey. 20th, Nathan Parks. Then 21st, McLean Richards. Contingencies. As Martin McCarl led 1 through 10. Martin led 11 through 25. The $75 wall limit KSC hard charger was Riley Scott. The other contingencies, DMI with the McLean Richards, King Racing with the Cole Meitzer, BR Motorsports with the Lincoln Martin, Brown and Miller Racing Solutions, Terry McCarl, Rod and Supply, Nathan Murders, Cam Martin, and Alex Vandervoort. Over at 34 Raceway on Saturday evening, was competition. As we'll start with your 305 sprint cars. Picking up the win was the 9 on Lincoln Martin. 2nd, 31 McCain Richards. The 27I of Tanner Gebhardt was 3rd. 4th, the 11T of Diggin T. 5th was the 22 or 52H Cole Humberson. 6th was the 22B of Daniel Burnquist. And then also Austin Motley was there in 37, and the 7B and Nick Guernsey. They both had problems. In the modifieds, picking up the win was Isaiah Kersog. 2nd, Andrew Hamburger, 57. 3rd, the 22A of Austin Becerra. Jace Eckridge in the 50 was 4th. 5th was the 43 LV of Logan Fellows. Matt Fulton in the 2 was 6th. 7th, the 53 of Logan Herbie Anderson. Darren Eckridge in the 58 was 8th. 9th, the 96 of Matthew Lundry. Adam Shillman in the 3S was 10th. The rest were did not finishes. 11th, the 22 Blaine Bryant. 12th, the 26 J and J Switt. 13th, the 5R Bill Roberts, and 14th, the 71 Dennis Levine. Sport Mods. Your winner was the 6th of Dylan Van Wyk, 2nd, 12S of Sean Wyatt, 3rd, the 55 John Oliver, 4th, Justin Huber in the 7J, 5th, the 22V of Jared Vandermeer, 6th, the 00 Matt Tucker, 7th, the 42 Tyler Hecker, 8th, the Chase Johnson at 24, 9th, the 75 of Joe Roller, 10th, the 22R Shane Vansel. Dwayne Reimer in the 141 was 11th, 12th, Harrison Horn in 58. And 13th and did not finish was Keaton Ellison in the 23E. Stock cars. Your winner was the 05 Junior John Oler. 2nd, the 12 of Chad Krogmeyer. 3rd, the 1C of Larry Jackson. 4th, 41 Thor Anderson. 5th, the 97 of Robert Barnes. Kason Keller in the 71X was 6th. Jeff Struck in the 11T was 7th. 8th, Greg Osselman in 25. 9th was the 17U of Chuck Underwood. Jesse Anderson in the A26 was 10th. Did not finish in 11th was the 75 ounce of Austin Kepper. And did not start in 12th was Sheldon Brock in 74. In the Sport Compacts, your winner was Darren Smith in 17. 2nd was Tim Snottenhorse in the 63. 3rd was the 18L Blaine Lambert. Colton Canuck in the 93 was 4th. 5th, Cameron Leaf. It was in the 08, and Brandon Crawley did not finish in 38th. The Dirt Late Models. The winner was 53 Dustin Smith. 2nd, Tommy Elstead in 54. 3rd, the 2 Junior Jesse Melton. 4th, the 7 of Alec Andy Nowinski. 5th was Curtis Glover in 30. 6th was Jeremy Punt in 52J. Darren Weisinger in the 11th was 7th. 8th, the 7B of Mark Martarth. Sam Holstad in the 84 was 9th. 10th was the 70 of Mitchell Morris. 11th was Blaze Lewis in the 5. Did not finish in 12th. The 93 Jay Johnson in the final 3 where did not start. 13th Crescent 43 LV of Logan Velas. 14th, the 34 Scott Strauss. And 15th Rosemary Raker in the 07. Over at the Knoxville Raceway, the new format went into effect this season as in qualifying, if there was more than 32 cars, they would break down into 2 flights. So we had to do that with the 410s. So flight 1 of 410s, quick time was the 88 of Austin McCarl at 15 933. Second was the 10 of Ryan Tibbs at 15 968. The 2 of Linton Jeffrey. The 2K of Linton Jeffrey was third at 15 990. Fourth, the 11 of Justin Henderson at 15 996. Fifth was the 2M of J.J. Hinkle at 1602. Sixth was the 1K Kobe Watt at 16020. Seventh, the 28 of Jay Stark at 16043. Eighth, the 3P of Sawyer Phillips at 16179. Ninth, the 40 of Clint Gardner at 16183. 10th was 15K of Creed Kavanaugh at a 16296. 11th, the 2K Erso Carl at a 16326. 12th, the 4W Jamie Ball at 16332. 13th, the 8 of Jacob Hughes at a 16355. 14th, the 1 Taz of Tasker Phillips at a 16401. 15th, 17A of Jack Anderson at a 16463. 19th, the 18 or 19H of Joe Myers at a 464. 17th, the 121 Ranger RJ Johnson at 16472. 18th was the 31M of Cameron Key at a 16617. 19th, the 44X of Scotty Johnson at 16706. And 20th was Kobe Workmeister 31 at a 16807. Group 2. And overall quick time was the 27 of Emerson Axum at a 15 827 $100 on whale101.com. Second was the 83 Michael Buddy Kilfoy at a 15 848. Third, the 21 of Brian Brown at a 15 862. Third was the 23 Garrett Williamson at 15 936. Fifth, the 18 of Sheldon Hochschild at a 16 011. Sixth was 44 Chris Martin at 16 012. Seventh, the 24 T Mac Terry McCarl at a 16 066. Eighth, the 24 T of Christopher Throm at a 16 111. Ninth, the 22 Riley Goodall at 16 115. 10th was the 19 of Caleb Johnson at 16 170. 11th, the 3 of Aaron Jensen at 16 180. 12th, the ADP of Jacob Peterson at a 16 183. 13th was the 85J of Logan Julian at a 16 504. 14th, the 7B of Ben Brown at a 16 520. 15th, the 98P of Miles Paulus at 16 661. 16th, the 15 of Jack Connor at a 16 896. 17th, the 10V of Joe Beaver at a 16 963. 18th, the 56 of Joe Silvero at a 16 972. 19th was the 15 junior Cole Meitzer at a 17 285. And 20th, the 74 out of Natalie Doty at a 17 537. Heat races. Picking up Heat Race 1 was Chase Parks, second J.J. Hinkle, third Austin McCall, fourth spot to Jack Anderson, fifth and final transfer spot was Carson McCarl. Sixth was Scotty Johnson, seventh Jake, he is eighth R.J. Johnson, ninth Lynn Jeffrey, and 10th Clint Gardner. He raced 2 with the Sawyer Phillips, second Ryan Tibbs, third Justin Henderson, fourth Kobe Watt, and fifth of all transfer Joel Myers. Sixth was Jamie Wall, seventh Tasker Phillips, eighth Creed Kavanaugh, ninth Kobe Workmeister, credited with 10th was Cameron Key, as it did not start. Heat race number 3 went to Terry McCarl, second Brian Brown, third Sheldon Hodgson, fourth Emerson Axum, and fifth final transfer Riley Goodall. Sixth is Ayrton Jansen, seventh Logan Julian, eighth Miles Paulus, ninth Cole Meister, and 10th Joe Beaver. And he race number 4 went to Chris Martin. Second, Garrett Williamson. Third, Christopher Thrum. Fourth, Caleb Johnson. Fifth, and final transfer, Ben Brown. Sixth, Jacob Peterson. Seventh, Jack Potter. Eighth, Natalie Doty. Ninth, Joseph Burrow. 10th, Michael Buddy Kofoy. B Main went to Jamie Ball. Second, Ayrton Jensen. Third, Tasker Phillips. Fourth, and final transfer, Logan Julian. Fifth, to Miles Paul. Sixth, Scotty Johnson. Seventh, Jacob Hughes. Eighth, Jacob Hughes. Ninth, R.J. Johnson. 10th, Creed Kavanaugh. 11th, Kobe Workmeister. 12th, Jack Potter. 13th, Natalie Tony. 14th, Joe Sibro. 15th, Joe Beaver. 16th, Cole Meister. And these cards did not start. Was Clint Gardner, Michael Buddy Kilfoy, Lynn Jeffrey, and Cameron Key. In the feature, your winner was Ryan Tibbs. Second, Austin McCarl. Third, Sheldon Hodghill. Fourth, Jace Park. Fifth, to J.J. Hinkle. Sixth, Kobe Watt. Seventh, to Garrett Williamson. Eighth, Chris Martin. Ninth, Terry McCarl. 10th, the Tasker Phillips. 11th was Sawyer Phillips. 12th, Emerson Axum. 13th, Jack Anderson. 14th, Caleb Johnson. 15th, Justin Henderson. 16th, Carson McCarl. 17th, Jamie Ball. 18th, Joel Myers. 19th, Ayrton Janton. 20th, Christopher Robb. 21st, Logan Julian. 22nd, Brian Brown. 23rd, Riley Gina. And 24th, Ben Brown. Your leaders, Hodgson led 1, Tibbs led 2, Williamson 3 through 8, Tibbs 9 through 25. The hard charger was Tasker Phillips. In the 360s, with 38 cars signed in, they had to do the same thing of 2 flights. So we'll start with flight 1. Picking up the quick time was the 4 Cam Martin at 16.235. Second, the 64 Caleb Johnson at 16.292. Third, the 63 of J.J. Hinkle at 16.310. Fourth, the 24H of Cade Higney at a 16.351. Fifth was the 2 of Ryan Giles at a 16.354. Sixth, the 60 of A.J. Johnson at a 16.549. Seventh, 22P of Jesse Pate at a 16.636. Cam Swirls was 8th of the 57 at a 16.716. Ninth was the 4W Jamie Ball at 16.730. 10th, the 22X of Riley Giddo at 16.760. 11th, the 3P of Russell Potter at a 16.778. 12th, the 55B of Trace Brown at a 16.787. 13th, the 7 of Justin Savage at a 16.844. 14th, the 33 of Alan Zoot at a 16.970. 15th, the 7G of Jackson Gray at a 16.983. 16th, the 3 of Cole Schroeder at a 17.145. 17th, the 5A of Alex Vandervoort at a 17.168. 18th, Mason Heimaw, the 04 at a 17.335. And 19th, the 1A John Anderson at a 17.533. Group 2. Went to Tony Ross in the 99 at a 16.576. Second, the 1 Taz of Tasker Phillips at 16.611. Third, the 40 of Clint Gardner at a 16.670. Fourth, the 59 of Evan Simmerad at 16.878. Seventh or fifth, the 7S of Sawyer Phillips at a 16.905. Sixth, the 01 of Carson Carl at a 16.956. Seventh, the 2A of Austin Wood at a 17.032. Eighth, the Kurt Mueller in the 83 at 17,066. Ninth, the 22, Ryan Lemon at 17,123. 10th was the 71 of Brandon Warrington at 17,293. 11th, was the 14 of Aiden Zoo at 17,300. 12th, the 32D, Darren Langsford at 17,436. 13th was Skylar Daly to 52 at 17,925. 14th, the T4 Tyler Graves at an 18,273. 15th was the 86 of Timothy Smith at an 18,398. 16th was Rodney Human in 11 and 18,467. 17th, the 3P of Cole Vanderheiden at 19,125. 18th to 99D and Tucker Daly had no time. And 19th with the disqualification due to a tire. There's 32 of Riley Valentine. Heat race number 1 with the Ryan Giles. Second, Cam Martin. Third, JJ Hinkle. Fourth, the Jamie Ball. And fifth, the Dustin Salvage. Sixth, the Russell Potter. Seventh, Alex Vandervoort. Eighth, Jackson Gray. Ninth, John Anderson. And 10th, Jesse Payne. Heat race 2 went to Caleb Johnson. Second, Cade Higday. Third, Cam Swirls. Fourth, Chase Brown. And fifth, final transfer was Riley Goodell. Sixth was Cole Schroeder. Seventh, AJ Johnson. Eighth, Mason Heimbach. And ninth, Alan Zoo. Heat race number 3 went to Sawyer Phillips. Second, Clint Gardner. Third, Ryan Lemon. Fourth, Austin Wood. Fifth, and final transfer was Tony Ross. Sixth, to Timothy Smith. Seventh, Aiden Zoo. Eighth, Tucker Daly. Ninth, Riley Valentine. And 10th, Nicole Vanderheiden. Heat race number 4 went to Tasker Phillips. Second, Carson McCarl. Third, Everett Semerad. Fourth, Brandon Warrington. And fifth, Rodney Human. Sixth was Darren Lakeford. Seventh, Tyler Graves. Eighth, Kurt Mueller. Did not start. In ninth was Tucker Daly. In the B main, your winner was AJ Johnson. Second, Timothy Smith. Third, Alex Vandervoort. Fourth, and final transfer was Cole Schroeder. Fifth was Russell Potter. Sixth, Aiden Zoot. Seventh, Jackson Gray. Eighth, Tyler Graves. Ninth, Skylar Daly. 10th, Tucker Daly. 11th, Alan Zoot. 12th, Darren Lakeford. 13th, Riley Valentine. 14th, Mason Heimbach. 15th, John Anderson. Did not start were Kurt Mueller, Jesse Payne, and Cole Vanderheiden. In the feature, it was Kate Hagday, your winner. Second, Cam Martin. Third, Tasker Phillips. Fourth, Caleb Johnson. Fifth, Carson McCarl. Sixth, Ryan Giles. Seventh, JJ Hinkle. Eighth, Sawyer Phillips. Ninth, Clint Gardner. 10th, to Jamie Ball. 11th, Justin Salvage. 12th, Austin Wood. 13th, Riley Goodell. 14th, Alex Vandervoort. 15th, Cam Squirrels. 15th, Brandon Warrington. 16th, Brandon Warrington. 17th, Chase Brown. 18th, Cole Schroeder. 19th, Evidence Severon. 20th, to AJ Johnson. 21st, Timothy Smith. 22nd, Rodney Human. 23rd, Tony Ross. 24th, Ryan Levin. Carson McCarl led 1 through 8. Higday led 9 through 20. The hard charger was Vandervoort. In the pro sprints, in qualifying, your quick time was the 9 of Luke Lane at a 17,699. Second, 17 Matt Allen at 17,816. Third, 0 Mike Mayberry at 17,866. Fourth, the 3 of Derek Clark at a 17,977. 10th was Matthew Selzner. In the 99 was at an 18,242. 6th was 44 Brody Johnson at a 18,257. 7th, the 41 Jeff Wilkie at 18,276. 8th, the 88 of Jay Kender at 18,388. 9th, the 2 Casey Ferguson at 18,417. 10th was the 48 Tyler Thompson at 18,504. 11th, the 26 Jace Young at 18,541. 12th, the 30 C Carter Hanson at 18,585. 13th, the 14 of Tim Young at an 18,896. Matthew Botts, the 23B, was a 19,120. And 15th, the 17 Devin Klein with no time. He ranks one with to Matthew Selzner, second Luke Lane, third Chase Young, fourth Mike Mayberry, fifth Casey Ferguson, sixth Jeff Wilkie, seventh Tim Young, and eighth Devin Klein. Heat race 2 went to Jay Kender, third Tyler Thompson, fourth Matt Allen, fifth Brody Johnson, sixth Matthew Mott, seventh Carter Hanson, and eighth Derek Clark. In the A-Main, after technical inspection, has changed the lineup. So we won't give you the lap leader and the hard charger because I don't know, because that had changed following the disqualification. So picking up the win was Jay Kender, second Matt Allen, third Tyler Thompson, fourth Matthew Seltzer, fifth Jace Young, sixth Casey Ferguson, seventh Mike Mayberry, eighth Brody Johnson, ninth Jeff Wilkie, 10th Derek Clark, 11th Matthew Botts, 12th Carter Hanson, 13th Tim Young, 14th Devin Klein, and disqualification in 15th due to a carburetor was Luke Lane. Over at the Southern Iowa Speedway last evening was racing action. In the Sport Compacts, your winner was the 69 Snyder of Brandon Ellison. Second, the 11X of Cole Hughes. Third was the 65 of Seth Winders. Fourth, the 2H of James Herring. Fifth, the 2K of Caleb Watts. Sixth, 54J of Jeremy Williams. Seventh was Brandon Pickney in the 7. Eighth, the 2M of Matt Moore. Ninth, the 22C of Ryan Cheney. 10th, the 11 of Caleb Hildebrand. 11th, the 3S of Paige Sanders. 12th, the 22D of Louis Winkleman. 13th, the 14P of Jason Peterson. Austin Coden was 14th. 15th was the 31 of Dale Porter and did not start. 16th, 27K of Caleb Pollock. In the Sport Mods, the winner was the 01 of Brandon Carter. Second, 29 Colton Lizzie. Third, the 15K of Kyle Harwood. Fourth, the 7W Will Wolf. Fifth, the 1V of Cole Vanderwall. Sixth, the 55B of Stephen Barry. Seventh was the 24 Chase Johnson. Eighth, the 3Z of Jason Van Zalbred. Ninth, the 13B of Preston Bryant. And Cale Holmberg in the 44C was 10th. In the hobby stocks, your winner was the 10G Justin Griffiths. Second, the 7 of Keaton Gordon. Third, In the 42 or 44P was Peyton Stevens. Fourth, the 55 of Brad Stevens. Fifth was Brandon Wood in the 52B. Sixth, the 91D and Jeremy Dooley. Seventh, the 17 of Jake Seitzman. Dan Honored in the 144 was eighth. Ninth was Mike Seitzman in the 9. 10th to 15 of Jackson Tish. 11th was the 18 of Chris Walker. 12th the 1R Rick Van Dusseldorp. And 13th was the 24K of Jamie Kidd. In the Trail Vix, or as I call it, rigged racing, because of the stupid rule you can only lead one lap except the last two you can lead. Picking up the win was the 5K of Trenton Kerr. Second, Clayton Danner in 84th. Third, the 11 of Cole Hughes. Fourth, the 67 of Wayne Francis. Fifth, the 51 of Russell Bauer. Did not start in sixth. 18 of Eric Carlson. And Brandon Nance was seventh in the 88N. In the stock cars, picking up the win was the VB1 of Zach Vanderbeek. Second, the 34 Pat Rachels. Third, the 52 Nathan Wood. Fourth, the 73 Eric Martin. Fifth, the 85 Jason McDaniel. Sixth, the 10D of Justin Griffiths. Seventh, the 1C of Larry Jackson. Eighth, the 30 Emma McGuire DeYoung. Ninth, the 27 of Mike Van Utek. 10th, the 2J of Steve Jackson. 11th, the 19 of Donnie Pearson. 12th, the 96 Clayton Goff. 13th, 17B Luke Myers. 14th, Mark Card in 97. 15th was Philip Amerson in the 03. 16th and 62 John Hummel, and did not start 17th, the 57 of Everett Davis. So, upcoming action starting tomorrow night over at the Eldon Raceway. It's ASCS Midwest with Sprint Invaders for their second visit. Second final time they're racing each other. Over at the Marshalltown Speedway, Elite Fleet Services right at the races. Also, kids rides for the kids will be happening with your classes in IMC modified, stock cars, sport mod, hobby stocks, mod lights, and sport compacts. Over at the CJ Speedway weekly racing, as your classes of IMC sport mods, stock car, IMC modifieds, and hobby stocks. On Saturday night at 34 Raceway, it's the FMB Bank Night with the 305 Spirits modified sport mods, stock car, mini haulers, dirt late models, and hobby stocks. Over at the Knoxville Raceway was its local 5 night, Channel 5 night, and featured the 410 Spirits, 360s, and Pros. And the new announcement, the new track we're having this year, will be featuring Houston Speedway on Sunday evenings. We will have the classes we will feature. It will be all 3 classes. Of course, it's the Mother's Day opener by Northland Buildings, featuring the 410 Outlaw Spirits, the Race Saver Spirits, and the Nordstrom Late Model Street Stocks. So we're happy to bring on Houston's on board to our tracks, as unfortunately we had to make the decision with Hancock County this year with only 5 race nights. We had to cut them off. If they get back to normal next year, we will welcome them back with open arms. Also, on Wednesday night, your normal 5 classes, and it's an added Monday night again for Hall of Fame voting night for the vote for the 26th Hall of Fame at the Southern Iowa Speedway. It will feature the sport combat, sport mods, hobby stocks, Crown Vics, and the rig class of Crown Vics, and the stock cars. Till next week, be sure to go to the local racetrack if you can, and we'll see everybody next week. This has been another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. And before I go, quick update on the YouTube page. I had to order a new disk drive, so soon more videos will be posted of the Knoxville Raceway to the page. I hurt one of the video disk drives I was using, so I ordered a couple more to be safe. Thanks for listening to the program. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast with Marshall Hain. Follow us on Twitter at Dirt_Podcast or on Facebook at the Dirt Racing Podcast.